last glass I grabbed.
We are live.
Hello.
Wow.
Sweet.
That's Tracy.
So
there he is.
Jedi Mickey.
Jedi Mickey.
Well, hello everyone in
Just
the
sits right
chat. We are having a Mandalorian discussion. We have Lena,
Hey guys.
we have Kenzie and Tracy down in the bottom there. So this is going to be good. What
Let's
do
hope
you
so.
think?
I thought it was excellent.
Yeah,
The old school feel is like perfect. Hi, Pam's fam.
I agree.
It was good.
Hello, Debbie Disney. Let's say hi to everyone in the chat
Okay.
real quick.
Yep.
So, my shell space. Hello, Michelle.
Mike
we have
Wheeler, Pam.
Pam. Debbie
Ken-
Disney Holland.
Kenzie's there, but Kenzie's also here. So
That girl's all around.
She can wheel herself up.
You can't get away with anything, Tracy. She is everywhere.
She is.
We got Debbie,
Crazy.
Disney Holic, and all
Stevie
right.
Lee.
Nice. Thanks, guys,
Stevie.
for having the headphones. I didn't realize. I guess if you don't have headphones, it
Echoes.
echoes.
I think I was watching a stream the other night, and I don't think anybody was using headphones, and I'm like, am I catching a little bit of an echo? And I'm like, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are we?
I think
No.
if one group cannot have a headphone, and then you're okay, is what Lena said.
Oh, okay.
So I guess I don't know, what would we have to do? Get like
We'll
a
need
splitter?
I have a splitter.
We'd have to get a
I
splitter.
do have a splitter.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So we're going to be talking about Mandalorian episode 3, and we could talk about the previous episodes.
Yeah.
So there will probably be spoilers if you have not seen it already.
How could
So
you not have seen this already?
right?
I will admit, I actually only
Hi,
watched
Keystone.
the part of the first one this morning because I had been so behind with stuff.
Aw.
So it's okay. I've actually got it running on my phone at the moment.
Do you?
It's okay. I don't mind.
Okay.
The
Jeff-
real question, Lena, is did you see Baby Yoda?
I did. And so that's it. It kind of just that encompasses the whole thing.
Or we can call him Frank like Dave.
Frank.
Baby Yoda is the best.
Yes, we love Baby Yoda.
So this is going to be neat because when we go down Thursday, they should have Baby Yoda stuff around.
Maybe.
Now that he's out
Yeah.
in the open and he's exposed. I know they were trying to hide that a little bit.
Have you guys heard anything about the merchandise?
I heard that it's supposed to be somewhat in the parks, but
Mm-hmm. That's what
I'm
I've read.
thinking I'm close enough. I could probably do an 18-hour drive, 19-hour drive, come down there,
Just
pick
stop
up some merchandise, and then drive back home.
Just
don't
an
know.
18-hour drive. It's okay.
It's just an 18-hour drive. Anybody on the East Coast, we'll head down.
We'll do a ride share. Yeah.
We have Blue Nose now. We have Amy from AJC Magic. Amy, congratulations on hitting.
Congrats, team.
Yes, definitely.
Keystone.
Congrats.
Did I miss anybody?
Nope.
Okay.
I think we're good. But I want Baby Yoda. Yes, I do too. All right. So you have all the notes. It's so funny because all the episodes for me have kind of run together a little bit.
All right. So if you have not seen it, episode 3 starts with Mandalorian taking the Baby Yoda creature back to the client.
Yeah.
So that's the whole premise of this episode. I think it was called, what's the episode called?
The sin.
The sin.
The sin.
The sin.
The
The
sin.
sin.
Listen,
I guess the sin would be him bringing him back to the client.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I think the sin, is it that he broke the code and he's asking what's happening?
Well, he broke the code in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
Yeah. I think he broke the guild code. The guild code
Yeah.
is
Guild code.
who cares? You did your job, move on to the next job.
yeah.
Right.
Right.
And he wasn't. He just kept saying like, "What are you going to do with it?"
Right.
Like he didn't say him. He said, "What are you going to do with it?" Or
But-
what are the plans for it? Or yeah.
Truthfully, we don't know if it's a male or female.
You're right.
We
That's a
don't.
good point.
that's a very good point.
It is.
Yeah.
We could have a mini Yaddle for all we know.
So was Yaddle a female?
I think he got emotionally attached to Baby Yoda.
everybody in my house is emotionally attached to Baby Yoda.
My
It's just
daughter,
weird.
I think it's a world.
so when he left Baby Yoda and he was kind of whimpering or whatever, our daughter was actually in tears a little bit.
she
Like,
was.
she was a
Aww.
little emotional. But Abby cries. She cries for everything. But it was kind of emotional, especially when he like, there was the one scene where they were taking him away and he like popped his little head up and he was like, oh. I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
Like Kenzie says, who cares about the code? We love Baby Yoda.
That's
Yeah.
So-
I think we got Blue Nose. Did we get Blue Nose?
Yep,
He
Blue
came
Nose.
in.
Amy?
Do you think that he's having problems letting go of Baby Yoda? Because if I understand the first episode correctly, the guy who's the bounty hunter in this was an orphan.
yeah.
Mando. His name's Mando.
Yeah.
Okay, Mando.
Yeah.
Do you think that it's because that Baby Yoda is an orphan, and could it be
Yeah.
bringing back emotional feelings for Mando?
Yeah. I think so.
Well, I think what they're trying to establish is a backstory, because every time they go to that smelter place, they show every time that thing comes down and smelts the steel, it does a flashback on him. So it flashes back to his youth, where he sees like this war. And I know they were talking about the one bounty Mandalorian that came in when he was showing all the booty to that. I don't know if that's the like King Mandalorian or Queen Mandalorian, the one that does all the smelting.
I think she's the probably like your weapons expert or your
Right.
blacksmith.
Smelting, right? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I think we learned a lot out of this one episode.
I think we did too.
Because one, we learned that the Mandalorians don't come out other than one at a time. B, they don't take their helmets off.
Right.
C, why Mando hates droids, because that last clip of the show where the battle droids, they're about to annihilate him. And
Oh yeah.
there's just a lot of information that you caught in real quick glimpses on what's going on with the Mandalorian. And then that final battle scene where all the Mandalorians come out, I thought that was excellent.
Oh,
Yeah.
me too.
That was well done. I thought
This is the way, right?
this is the way.
This is the way.
So it seems like
that was awesome.
every episode might have like a tag, like
Yeah.
what
A
was it?
one-liner.
Yeah.
This is what I have spoken, and
Yes.
this is
This
you know,
is the
this
way.
is the way.
The way.
This is the way. So one thing I wanted to talk about just real quick before we get further into it. So I feel like if this episode is supposed to be how many years after episode 6?
5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
5.
So that means if Baby Yoda is 50, he was alive when Yoda was alive, right?
That
Agreed.
is correct.
That was correct.
So Baby Yoda isn't Yoda reincarnated or anything
No.
like that. Okay.
And I was watching last night one of the streams where they were like, maybe Yoda and Yaddle got together, and I'm like, Yoda's a Jedi Master. He wouldn't do what needs to be done to make Baby
True.
Yaddle.
Exactly.
That's
Baby
true.
Yoda, Baby Yaddle.
That was
No.
that was one of the big things with Anakin back in the prequel, was that he was supposed to be a Jedi and not supposed to be married and everything. So I had the same thoughts as you, Tracy, that it can't be Yoda's son because Yoda would have been a Jedi.
Right. Okay. All right.
Is it Mama or Kelly? And
It's Mama Mouse.
it's Mama. So the Mandalorian, she just put in here, why don't they take off their something tells me his helmet is coming off. Nope. We're at Blue Nose.
Blue Nose said something tells me his helmet is coming off, and Mama's asking why they don't take off the helmets.
I think it's just that whole mysteriousness of the Mandalorian. They don't take their helmets off. You don't know who is underneath it. So looking back at that, and then you look at the creed from the Mandalorians, we don't take our helmets off. Then we go back to Attack of the Clones, and what's the first thing we see, our first introduction to Jango Fett, other than his battle armor?
Right.
I don't
On a cloning facility, and he's completely out of his uniform.
Oh, really?
Coming off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
So
remember that.
So the question is Jango Fett a true Mandalorian?
Right. That's a question.
Well,
That's a good question.
when he was Ben Kenobi went to the planet. That's what
Correct.
right, Tracy? When Ben
Yep.
Kenobi
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
Those first
Komodo.
Those-
Wasn't that the name of the planet was Komodo?
yeah, where they had the alien type that
okay.
are cloning all the people.
Those movies
Right.
for some reason didn't sit real well with me. Those first three, or those, I guess the second set of three,
The
I don't know.
prequel.
I kind of half paid attention to some of them. I think it was that second one that I half paid attention to. So
I will say the only reason I watched the new prequel, the 1, 2, and 3, is because one of my friends in high school thought that Hayden Christensen was hot. So
there you go.
that's the only reason I watched them.
Yeah,
Well,
a lot of it didn't sink in. So
Well, I was a huge book reader, novel readers. The novels that were put out in between around 90, 94, 95, starting with Timothy Zahn. I read a lot of books, a lot of Star Wars books. And the biggest problem I had with what happened with the prequels is George Lucas can mess with his own universe. That's the way it went out. And there was a lot of information in those extra books that are now considered legacy since
Right.
Disney bought them. That was great. I mean, there's a lot of authors that understood this universe, and when Lucas came out, and he just kind of went like, "I'm doing my own thing."
Yeah.
yeah,
But I think they're trying to establish that he's really not all that bad. He has a heart when it comes
Right.
to some things.
well, that's
Right.
what Blue Nose is saying. His feelings may not completely follow the Mandalorian code. Same as Darth Vader. Yeah, I agree.
I agree with Blue Nose.
I still think he's a very good at what he does, his bounty hunting. He's probably the best. That's probably why he's the one that's out there right now.
Right.
Because how many bounty hunters were there underground?
There were a ton that came out to help, right?
Well, they're not just bounty hunters. What was underground was the Mandalorian clan.
The Mandalorian, right?
Oh, they're not all
So-
bounty hunters? Mandalorian or
There
not?
are, but what I got out of that episode was there's only one at a time that comes out.
Right.
Yes. So when can the rest of them, like, does he have to die before somebody else comes out?
Sounds like they take
That's-
turns.
I'm assuming it might be like a take turn type thing, or I guess to hide their numbers, they keep themselves one at a time.
Right.
I mean, that's why when they all came out and they decided to have the battle to save them, Mando went over to the one guy and said, "Now you have to move the."
Yeah, and you have to move the clan. You have to
move the clan.
Right. Yeah.
I got my assistant in the background.
Yeah.
It was fine. It was worth it
Way
for him.
That is the way.
doing that.
So Michelle sent me something to read that. She's talking about why they hide. Because of the battle armor.
Well, I think what they were talking about in this, the one that came over with the knife fight was saying this was the Imperial belt, whatever, Beskar stuff that was acquired during the Purge, which I think that means when all the stormtroopers, when they were hunting the Mandalorian. That's what I'm getting out of that.
See, I'm not sure it's the stormtroopers that were doing the Purge, because if you go back to the flashback, it's the battle droids. Maybe it's going all the way back to the
Clone Wars.
The Clone Wars.
Yeah.
That the Purge happened.
Like the K2SO units or
Yes.
whatever.
Michelle.
I agree with that. Because he has a deep hatred for the droids. Any
Yeah.
type of droid.
Super. You could see that.
Yeah.
Right from the first episode.
Yeah.
So that
No
sorry, I
droids.
no
Like,
droids.
whoa, okay.
Well, I think that's clear. Like in the first episode when he didn't want the land speeder,
Yeah,
driven by
exactly.
and then this episode where he didn't want that. Well, he actually hopped in the land speeder with the droid driving this, but I don't think he had a choice. I mean,
Right.
that was like at the very end.
Right.
When
So
he
Michelle, you said the Empire forced him into hiding?
forced him into hiding.
Yeah.
Kenzie, you're not interrupting, by the way.
No.
Kenzie, get on.
Yeah.
Get over here.
It was very interactive. Yeah. So I think they take turns. The payment is shared to the clan. The one who turns in the package gets a bigger cut. Yeah.
Okay.
It sounds like they're just all kind of working together, and yeah.
One at a time. Yeah, that's cool.
So that bounty that he got, it seemed like when that person was doing the stuff, it seemed like there she is.
Hey.
I almost tripped getting over here.
So it seems like they try to save some of that metal, right, for the younglings or whatever they said.
The foundlings.
Foundlings or what?
Yeah.
Foundlings. Is that what they call? But it seemed like they used a lot of that to make his new armor. Right?
Pieces, yeah.
Did you get that impression? Or
That's the impression that I got.
For their armor or for the art?
like when he said the integrity of my outfit, my armor is gone. I'm gonna need a new outfit.
Yeah.
And she said, "I'll build you a new one, but there'll be enough left over for
For the foundlings.
foundlings." Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like a little goes a long way. You guys think that? It seems like one of those bars makes a lot. It seems like. So.
Yeah, one of them was like the entirety of his shoulder plate, and that's all he really needed.
Yeah, and then they said
What got me is after he shot the guy who gave him his jobs.
I don't remember his name.
Apollo Creed.
Yes, Apollo Creed. Why didn't he reach down and grab that? He knew he had that metal in his chest.
I know.
Maybe
why didn't he just grab it?
Maybe
he just wanted to get out of there. Maybe
there is a chance. Yeah, he just wanted to get out of there with Baby Yoda and not have to deal with the idea he could get back on the ship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and being a bounty hunter, he's always in the back of his head, probably thinking how many minutes until the police or what are right behind him. So he's like, okay, go, go, go.
And there's also the fact that everybody has trackers on Baby Yoda.
Right.
Yes.
Like everybody does, and that gave me a lot of anxiety when I found out.
Yes, like all those fobs start going off. That was crazy.
Okay.
So does he have something on him that makes those trackers go off? Like, wonder why that happened like that.
Maybe the only thing I could think of is almost like a DNA sequencer.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
That's the only thing it could be.
Because I mean, it's not in the carriage. The carriage was destroyed and put outside of that one area.
When they showed the carriage,
I know. I know, it was so sad.
I think that's what really put him over the edge, though. When he saw that carriage, he's like, because you know how many stormtroopers. I just watched the episode. You know how many stormtroopers he killed?
A lot.
It was 14.
14.
Wow.
They showed 14. So
yeah. So I was just wondering, like, first of all, I guess for some reason the guy with the glasses, and I don't know who he was, but their names yet, but he wanted to save him. But the other guy wanted to kill him right away, and then the other guy told him, do what you need to do with them and then get rid of him. So I wonder what extra he was doing, like when he had him under that he had him on that table and he was like scanning or something. I wonder what he was doing to him.
Well, I think you're going to have to go back into some of because I just started now that I have Disney Plus. I just started watching the Clone Wars.
Okay.
Between the Rebels and what's the other Cartoon Network that they had out there? It was Clone Wars,
Rebels,
and
something else. I never really watched them. That wasn't really something I was into. I've just been into the movies.
Yeah.
I think there was one of the episodes where they were taking and experimenting on young Jedi or young Force users. So I think this might be a holdover from that.
There's a fact that no one really knows what the Force is anymore.
Well, it's midi-chlorians if you listen to Lucas.
Whatever.
But it was interesting because in that one episode when Baby Yoda was like holding his hand up and holding that creature, like Mando had no idea what was going on. Like
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
About the Force, right? So
right.
It's almost.
Well, see,
lost art and people don't, or maybe the Mandalorians don't know about, I mean, they know about the Force, right?
Well, no, here's the other part is I think I was watching there was a YouTube channel out there, and I don't know if I caught that one. At this point of the Empire, or this point in the Star Wars universe, the Force has only been known to two people in the last 10 years, Vader and the Emperor. You know, the Jedis were gone underground. So everybody, when you go back to A New Hope, and when they were in that meeting and they were discussing, and you got the guy who was the leader of the, not Tarkin, but the guy who was developing the Death Star said, only you and your old belief, and then you even got Han Solo who said, you believe in that hokey religion.
Yeah.
So I think at this point in the Star Wars universe, nobody knows other than the people that were on Endor, or the Forest Moon of Endor, knows that Luke Skywalker was a Jedi.
Right.
So we don't know exactly what planets they're working on. So maybe the whole Jedi religion, it's so far in the back that people probably think nobody's around. You know what I mean?
Pam's fan. I binged watch.
I found this online.
I posted that.
And you can see how close the Mandalorian is to the Jedi, but how far it is from the Force Awakens.
Yep.
So you can see that the Force, like you say, it's this almost one of those, at that point, it's a legend. It's one of those tall tale things at that point that nobody really understands. And so, you know.
Pam's fan mentioned binge watching, but not knowing who Yaddle is.
Yaddle is in the Attack of the Clones. She is the female Yoda-looking Jedi on the Jedi Council.
I'm gonna
if you go
into
the Attack of the Clones, yes, there's a female-looking Yoda, and her name was Yaddle.
Okay. Yeah.
I have to rewatch. Like, I have to sit down one day, and I just have to rewatch everything.
I know.
But I feel like it would probably take me a week.
And now we have a timeline of which to follow them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
sounds like Blue Nose is binge watching right now. He says he's on A New Hope.
So what do we think now? I know we're getting off of the Mandalorian, but the time difference between A New Hope and what was the one that came out with Kylo Ren? I don't remember.
The Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens. How much time was in there? Like 30 years, maybe?
Wait, are you going from A New Hope, or are you going from Return of the Jedi?
Sorry, Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
So Return of the Jedi to Force Awakens is approximately 20 years.
20 years. So wait a minute. When does the Mandalorian come in after Return of the Jedi?
Great Return.
After Return of the Jedi, about approximately 5 years after the Jedi.
Like Lena said.
Okay. All right.
15-year gap between the Mandalorian and the Force Awakens.
Okay. Right. All right.
Which Yoda was said to be around 900 years old. So if Disney really does want to get outside of the Skywalker trilogy and the Skywalker storyline, now they've introduced Baby Yoda to bring him into a timeline well past the Skywalker lineage.
Yeah, Baby Yoda being only 50, he's got a long time to go.
Yeah,
and I think
a lot of episodes.
Yep.
I think that helps Disney on some point, and because they are, getting the Skywalker series, if you know what I'm going to call it, is going to end, with the Rise of Skywalker, I think. And then, but like you said, this Baby Yoda, we can go branch away from it and give a different storyline.
Yeah.
Which would be really nice. It would be very refreshing.
Yes, to have that character connect, because somebody was saying Baby Yoda, they were thinking maybe might appear in this last Star Wars, in the last one. What's the new one coming out? I can never.
Rise of Skywalker.
Which should be in a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
December something. Someone was saying that maybe these episodes were going to take us right to the end of Mandalorian, the start of the next movie. But the timeline doesn't work. If we're getting 8 episodes of Mandalorian, we're definitely going to be within that time frame that the Rise of Skywalker comes out.
I read that the Rise of Skywalker comes out on a Thursday, and that week Disney has actually pushed the Mandalorian episode to Wednesday. So Wednesday, The Mandalorian, and Thursday is the new movie.
Interesting.
That's what Amy was saying. Because I think it would be cool if that creature appeared in that last.
Blue Nose. Look at Blue Nose's last comment. That which
Oh.
means Rey wouldn't be the only Jedi.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, but there were also students being trained by Luke before he went into seclusion,
True.
before he attacked Ben.
Yes.
So while they say that almost all of his students were killed,
Almost does not mean all.
almost doesn't mean all. And you also have the fact that even during the Jedi Purge, after the Revenge of the Sith, you have, I don't think they got every Jedi.
Right.
Obi-Wan picked the best hiding spot in the world, Luke's home world, or Anakin's home world, right next door to where his family grew up. I think there were other Jedis, and that's where I think you catch the Rebels. I think the Rebels, or what's the other?
I don't know if I ever watched Rebels.
Right. There's a couple of the Cartoon Networks, and they're saying all the Cartoon Networks episodes are canon. So that's kind of why I'm trying to catch up on those Star Wars Cartoon Network series.
I think I only ever watched a bit of Clone Wars with that one girl. I don't remember what her name is, but she
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka, yes. She's the only one that I know from those shows
Okay.
to exist. That's the only show that I ever watched, and it wasn't consistently.
Yeah, I never watched any of those.
Well,
so.
Zach and I used to watch a few episodes of those, but he grew out of that. But I didn't.
Disney Plus has them all.
Yeah.
And you're catching another season of the Clone Wars being released only on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Wow. See,
Morning.
there's a lot to see for sure.
Well,
Morning, Cricket.
So my question is, when Yoda, you remember when Yoda was like sort of talking to that Ben Kenobi ghost?
Correct.
And and Luke left, and Ben goes, "All hope is lost," and Yoda goes, "No, there's another."
I think that was Princess Leia.
You think?
It's absolutely Leia.
It was Leia.
think?
Yeah.
Well,
It was
yeah,
Leia.
because
Or is it Yoda?
No, it's
what
Leia.
we can do now is put all of the information we know today back into what they were saying. But believe me, George Lucas was talking about Leia, and
Yeah.
he wrote the screenplay.
Yeah,
He's just changing everything up.
Well, he's not changing this one.
I
but
know.
I'm just trying to simplify it.
Yeah.
I think having Jon Favreau in charge of The Mandalorian was an excellent idea.
I agree.
The way his mouth works.
I mean, he put Iron Man out there.
Yeah.
I think Iron Man wouldn't have done as well if they had someone that didn't understand the geekness of Star Wars and Marvel. You need someone that understands it. Where
I agree.
Jon Favreau started with Iron Man, and then you had the brothers that finished off with the last Marvel movie.
Right.
The best directors understood the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think for these movies, and I don't know much about the directors, but I think having a director that was inspired, like grew up watching the original 4, 5, and 6, and those movies made an influence on them. They're kind of like, oh my gosh, I get to now film a Disney Plus series, or I get to be the director for this, and it gives them a little bit more of an emotional investment into the movies.
Definitely, yeah.
All right.
I agree.
I'm going to throw out a question here. This is one thing that I didn't really understand about this episode of The Mandalorian.
Okay.
Okay.
Watching it for the third time. You probably wouldn't have picked up on it the first. Okay. So I think we made it clear that all the bounty hunters in that one bar, like, had a fob, right? To track Baby Yoda, right?
Yes.
When he was leaving with Yoda, all those beepers were going off, right? Everybody's beeper was going off. Why weren't they beeping when he was bringing him in?
You know,
That's interesting. Yeah.
That's an interesting question.
That would have been the best way to, get him then, turn him
Well,
into.
here's the thing. Maybe once he got him, all the fobs shut down.
Okay, why were they reactivated then?
They were probably reactivated because he was stolen. I don't know.
well, maybe the tracker, or maybe there was a survivor from the Mandalorians' attack on that strong base to say,
Yes.
there's another bounty back out.
Yes. Hey, how about the guy with the glasses who he was all like crunched up on the floor? Maybe he had a little button and he hit it or something.
Hi, Monarch.
Do you think?
Here.
Hello. Do you?
Continue.
Fisher Fun Ventures is here too.
Yes, the fobs would have been turned off. Someone else turned them back on. I bet you it was that guy. The one guy disappeared. You know, the one that wanted to kill him? The one that originally said, and he's worth the guy that was talking like that. We didn't see him again.
Don't talk like that.
I'm sorry.
My guess is you're right, Angela, is that someone reactivated the bounty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the most likely option that is plausible at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, someone like that flipped that switch back on, and all of a sudden all the fobs went off
So
again.
why did they even still have the fobs if they knew? Because a Mandalorian
It just happened. It just, I mean, they just got him. There was a half an hour went by.
Okay.
They didn't shut him all off
I'm
yet.
just playing the devil's advocate.
They didn't collect them yet.
Okay. So the fobs, the little transmitter or the receiver that they had, if you noticed in the first episode, that was the same one that Mando used to track the first bounty he got.
The blue guy.
Blue guy.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
That was
Right?
interesting.
And then when IG-88 droid, or the IG-88 type droid, was battling him in the town or in that first stronghold, he pulled out that fob or that receiver that said, I'm part of the guild. Maybe that little transmitter or receiver is also everybody in the bounty guild, not the Mandalorians, but anybody in the bounty guild would have that receiver.
Okay. That makes sense.
Okay.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to play the devil's advocate.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that, yeah.
Yeah, I think. Hi, Noah.
Hey, Noah.
Hi, Noah.
Everybody's saying about the fobs would have been turned off. Someone turned them back on. The Modern Roman says they thought the fobs were for the Mandalorian.
But no, well, everyone had them. The bounty hunters that weren't.
What?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to. The bounty was placed back on Baby Yoda after he took the baby back. So
yeah. But that's the thing. Like, who flipped that switch?
Yeah.
But that guy.
Somebody had to survive that attack.
He ran away and hid, didn't he? That older guy.
Well, he took out everybody that was in that shelter.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think he was hiding somewhere?
There were 14.
He was too much of a coward to go after him. I mean, obviously he knew. Yeah, he knew that what he was capable of doing, and he was hiding in there somewhere. It's not like it got blown up completely. No. Yeah.
Carl Weathers, that's his name.
the
guy that places the bounties.
Contacts is Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers.
He's like
the manager.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that Apollo Creed?
That's Apollo Creed.
That's Apollo Creed.
What's his name in Happy Gilmore?
Oh, Chubbs.
Chubbs.
Chubbs. The hand made of wood, real strong.
Okay.
And that scene where he was walking through the street and all of the fobs were going off, that was like kind of emotional, like thinking about like, what is he going to do in this situation?
Yes. It was so intense. Like, the show is so adorable, but it keeps you on the edge of your
seat. It really does. Yeah. That's what I really like about it, is that you don't really know what's going to happen and it just goes so fast.
Yeah. And I think it appeals to so many different, I mean, there's a lot of fight scenes, which I'm not a huge fan of all the fight scenes. I mean, I'm okay with it, obviously, but after a while,
guys.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, let's get this over.
Baby Yoda appeals to.
Mom and I love Baby Yoda.
Yes, right?
Don't listen to him. He loves Baby Yoda too.
So
he's cute.
Adorable factor, and then there's the fight factor, so it appeals to a wide range of viewers. I think it's brilliant.
Listen, nothing can happen to Baby Yoda. My wife finally likes Star Wars, so if something happens to Baby Yoda, done.
We spent most of our day, I want to say over 6 hours in Galaxy's Edge when we went on our trip, because it was the first time we had gone. We spent around 6 hours there, and Mom said never again.
Really?
Like,
If something happens to Baby Yoda, she will never step foot in Galaxy's Edge again.
She won't spend another 6 hours there, though. When we go on our trip in July next year, we're going to go to Galaxy's Edge, and she's going to go over to Toy Story Land.
There you go.
That's the plan.
Aw.
Real quick, what did you think of Galaxy's Edge?
Amazing.
I think it's great. There's only one ride going on. I think the atmosphere is great. I think I was watching Kelly from Myers and the Mouse on Dolip's channel the other night, and they were saying something about if you could make one decision about the parks, what would it be? It was to all right, listen, maybe redesign one of the Galaxy's Edge to being something other than a mirror image of the two parks.
Yeah.
He posted a video about Galaxy's Edge. I think I recorded a video that I'm going to be posting at some point, but I don't know when.
Okay.
But we both recorded videos for it.
Absolutely, Keystone. If Baby Yoda gets killed, we riot.
Yeah. I think there'll be a big riot, actually.
No, there would definitely be a uproar.
I got Tracy G and Kenzie's channel links in the description.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You're the best.
Lena.
Thank you.
So they will have videos of Galaxy's Edge if they have.
Yes.
I think Kenzie's coming out. Tracy, you already have yours out?
Yeah, right now I'm so super slow. I'm posting one vlog a Sunday.
That's okay.
Just to
Yes.
ease into it.
I still have videos from our August trip that I still haven't edited and posted yet because I'm trying to make it last and spread it out. So
Still relevant though.
Yes.
Still relevant. So
Yeah, see, I don't have enough saved up to do Vlogmas, so I'm just gonna steal all of her videos and post it once a day for 12 days.
Tracy, go to Target and buy a thing of Guys 12 Days of Christmas Guys Disney socks. Open them up and do a video.
Yes, listen.
That is a simple thing.
About that. Tell us, what are your thoughts on the whole Vlogmas thing? You could do whatever you want, right? Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah, tell us what you think about it. So
Vlogmas can be anything that you want it to be. It can be where you post every day in the month of December, or where you do 12 days, the first 12 days, or the 12 days leading up to Christmas. It can be Christmas themed. It can be themed around anything that you just want to do a daily video. It doesn't have to necessarily be Christmas themed.
So my theme is just stealing from her.
That doesn't work.
I'm gonna be doing. Mom helps me with my video ideas a lot. Like she's like a really awesome behind the scenes helper for me and him too. But so she has the idea that I should do. I should go through all of our Christmas Disney ornaments.
Yeah.
Because we have so many. Like our tree is always Disney themed.
There you go.
That's awesome.
So I'm thinking about doing a few videos of those. I'm gonna do a few other things, but I'm gonna do the 12 days leading up to Christmas.
Awesome. And if anyone in the chat is participating in Vlogmas and you have a channel, please message me on Instagram. It's Paper Scissors of Vacations Oh My. I am doing an intro to Vlogmas video on December 1st, and I will promote any channels that I know of who are doing Vlogmas. We have to all help each other out.
That's really cool, Pam's fam. I like that. The Christmas histories around the world.
Please nobody steal that. That's all yours, sis.
I'm doing Christmas. That's
I'm
cool.
just stealing her stuff.
Sorry, that doesn't count.
Thank you so much.
Bluno says they like the big floppy ears on the baby.
Oh, it's so
Who doesn't?
When they're going down and the ears are just flapping and the hair is...
All I know is Gizmo from Gremlins is super upset.
Oh yeah.
That's been the
He's
biggest
done.
meme I've seen is comparing Baby Yoda to Gremlins.
Yeah, he's
That is
adorable.
he's like the mixture between the Gremlins and Gizmo if it was like a cute gremlin, you know?
Yes, I agree. I agree. I think it's just so awesome that he knew enough to save his life when that big bull creature thing was like coming at him.
And his face when he had his it was
And then
just
he
so
was
precious.
so tired after that. He slept for like 5 hours. Like it took everything out of him, you know? Oh.
So what was it?
So do you have any more questions?
I
for us?
do.
Okay.
Go for it.
Sorry for stealing your spotlight.
I'm just going to steal your video, so it doesn't make a difference. You steal my spotlight, I steal your videos.
Kenzie, take your dad shopping for something to do for
we
Vlogmas.
should do that.
Well,
That would be fun.
The closest Target to my house is about a half hour away, so it's not like a quick
I've
trip.
got you beat. Our closest is an hour.
Wow.
She does have
And we
us
don't
beat.
have to drive through snow.
It was snowing today though, but it's not anymore.
Stop
At
now.
least I don't think.
Yeah.
That's all right. Disney Holic, was it? I don't even know how to pronounce it. Okay. I was a watcher for a super long time. In fact, I didn't actually sign up for my own channel for a long time. We watched Resort TV 1 and a couple other stuff on our big screen TV through the Amazon Fire Stick before me and my wife even signed up. I mean, she's had a channel for a while. That's how we kind of kept track on her, just kind of, you know, see what she's posting, see what she's doing, you know, like a proper parent's supposed to.
Right. Thank you.
Well, parents are supposed to self-parent their kids. We may have a problem here, Tracy.
So it took us a long time. And then I just started dropping, I think right before my August trip, I dropped a video that I did when I met two of the characters, Baloo and King Louie. You know,
Please go watch that video if you have not. It is my favorite video. It's of him. We were in line.
It's me being the Disney dork.
We were in line to see Baloo and King Louie, and he was like, I'm going to do something to embarrass you guys. And we
I'll
were
do
like,
one even better. I'll put the video link in the chat.
Oh, there you
please do. It's my favorite video.
Okay. Jeff, what was your question? We totally went off track
I'm
there.
so sorry.
What was
No, that's fine. We can go off on tangents. That's what this is all about, right?
Yes, Lena.
What do you think? So it looks like every one of those Mandalorians has something special. Like the one guy had a jetpack. The one guy had a like machine gun type deal.
Oh, and when Mando said at the end he wants a jetpack.
Whistling birds thing.
I thought the whistling birds, that was totally new
That
to
was
the whole. I mean, does it remind you of the little rockets from Iron Man 2?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
But my question is the thing that's so special about this Mandalorian is that his gun. What do you think about his gun?
Oh, it was just like whoosh.
Crazy.
Oh, the disintegrator gun.
Yes.
Well, it wasn't just a disintegrator gun. I mean, it was
Right.
a
The rifle.
See through the walls.
He could hear through it.
He was able to hear them.
That's right.
You remember when he was listening in?
Right, the rifle, and
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Do you
I
think
like
that's a special weapon that only he has?
I don't know. I mean, you if you harken back to Empire Strikes Back when Vader was talking to all the bounty hunters, and he said he wanted them alive and no disintegration. So obviously there was disintegrations back
Oh,
Yeah.
in the Empire time.
right. I forgot about that.
He remembers everything. I don't get it.
It's
Jeez.
like the vault.
I listen. I'm a true Star Wars geek.
It's insane.
I've read all the novels for the movies,
Yeah.
and except for the recent Disney movies, and they did hire some really good writers to take the script that Lucas had and put it down into novel form. And what I like the best about novels is not only are you seeing in your head and you're imagining what's going on, you get the idea of what they were thinking behind
Definitely.
those actions.
Right.
Like Harry Potter. If you watch the Harry Potter movies, you say, it's cool. I mean, they've done good. read the Harry Potter books, and you're like, it's a whole nother experience.
He's calling me out right now.
I
I've
am
only read
calling
a
you
few of the books. I haven't finished them.
Yeah.
Kenzie, I was in elementary school when those books came out.
Ouchie.
I was 3. No, I'm joking.
Just want to say hi to Pusa Studios. Thank you for stopping in. And Jamaican Stutterer, how are you?
Hello, welcome.
Welcome.
Fisher Fun Venture says the gun is a throwback to the original design for Boba Fett. See, I don't remember him having that. Do you remember him having that gun back?
No, I think he had the jetpack. He had no, he did have a rifle. I think Bubba did have a rifle. Django had the double, almost like the sidearms that Mando has. The one sidearm. Mando had the 2 sidearms. So I think it's just a mixture. I mean, he doesn't have the rocket pack.
Right.
He wants one.
I gotta get one of those.
Yeah.
That was cool.
When he's flying by.
Yeah.
But that gun disintegrates. It also gives out a
Reach button.
cool shock or whatever. It has a like infrared hearing. It's pretty powerful.
I thought it was very impressive. A very good addition to the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fisher Fun Venture says it's in the drawings during the planning stages, so it must be something that they originally planned and then didn't use.
Concept art, yeah.
Well, that's the truth, because if you've watched, before 90, when did the movies come out? The Phantom Menace. What are those? 90s.
Mid-90s. I was in elementary school.
Yeah.
In 90.
The first one.
No, the first one, the Phantom Menace. Up until the Phantom Menace was put out in the movies, I think that was in 97. Khorasan hadn't been named, unless you read the novels. And Khorasan was named in a novel by Timothy Zahn called Heir to the Empire, and that
99.
was 99. It was in 99.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
May 19th to be exact.
So
yeah, because you and I were dating then.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's when it came out. Remember we went to see him with Paul and Kim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Khorasan is the name of the homeworld, or the Emperor Empire, the central hub of the Empire. It was only mentioned in books or screen adaptations by Lucas in his notes. And when Timothy Zahn started writing his books for Heir to the Empire, Dark Force Rising, and The Last Command, he had gotten access to a lot of Lucas's notes. So that's how Khorasan come out in the books.
Oh.
So,
That's interesting.
yes, Timothy Zahn got Lucas universe excellent. And if you're ever into reading, and he's actually started writing some of the books that are now considered canon, pick up a Timothy Zahn book, and he understands Lucas's universe very well.
It's almost like he was able to sounds like he was able to get into Lucas's head a little bit.
There's a couple. There's a couple of them. There's a couple of those books that are excellent. And there's one person, he wrote a series of novels from the X-Wing series, which is on the standpoint of the Rogue Squadron and how they operated as an X-Wing fighter group, almost like a military fighter group movie novel. And if Disney Plus decides to do that, I'm all in for that movie or movie series. The X-Wing series would be excellent. Something like Poe Dameron and leading his Rogue Squad into their, battles.
That would be cool.
Right.
Awesome.
But we need something cute too, because otherwise, you're going to lose some of the fans, right?
I'm going to get my mom.
You got to throw like a little baby Tauntaun in there or something.
No, I don't.
Maybe Jar Jar Binks.
Nice.
Maybe Jar Jar Binks.
Baby Jar Jar Binks, I don't think is going to pull a lot of people in.
No.
But it's just like you're going to get some fans, and that's where when you look at Star Wars as a whole, and I guess you could say the issue with Galaxy's Edge, when they got really immersive into it, you really do pull in a lot of the hardcore fans, but the general fans, like say my wife, she's not super into Star Wars. You have to bring her in somehow
Yes.
into that. And so Disney putting in a whole immersive area for the true geeks of the world
So
is great. You know, the rumor of the hotel being, what are they saying, like $3,000 a night? Was that the rumor of the hotel?
That's crazy.
Do you really think there's enough hardcore geeks that are going to sit there and pay $3,000 a night to stay in a hotel?
I do.
Yes.
Not to fill it. You'll get some, but you won't get it filled.
Yeah.
I think in the beginning, and this is this personal opinion, I think in the beginning they will have it filled. My guess is that they will have a date when they will start accepting reservations for it, and it will be booked, even if it's a couple years, and it's going to be a higher price. After a couple years, if people don't want to spend $3,000 a night, it's going to consistently drop back down, and
Listen,
it'll probably end up being around the price of a deluxe, maybe $100 more a night.
I'm not paying $3,000 to stay in a hotel.
It's
Not
not
that I can't.
cruise though. I think it's going to be all inclusive. You're going to get
Really?
food. You're going to get your room. You're going to get if you you're going to get your clothes. I think.
Yeah,
your costume.
I guess if you go like that, maybe it's worth it. But give me exclusive access to Galaxy's Edge.
Yes, you will.
You know, front seat passage on, or my pick of the seat on Smuggler's Run whenever I want, and the Rise of the Resistance in Easy Pass or Fast Pass that I don't have to wait 3 hours to get in there.
Right.
Right.
You know, for $3,000, I'm expecting a lot.
And that's what I am on Disboards, and so I read a lot of stuff on there. And several people have said that they've heard, and I don't know heard where, it could be something they made up, that the reason that people are really excited about the hotel is because they will, like Jeff said, be able to dress up, and those are the only people who will be able to dress up, because day guests can't wear the robes, they can't wear the outfits, but the people staying at the hotel, they will have special clothes that they are given at the resort that you are able to wear.
That would be
That would be cool.
So that's a big, huge perk, because even if you go in and buy one of the adult robes, you can't wear it.
Right.
Really? They sell it,
Yes,
but you can't
that is
wear it?
correct.
You cannot wear it.
Correct.
Yes.
I saw a few people
cannot wear it.
when we were down there wearing costumes. I saw a few Princess Leia's, and I saw quite a few people with.
Well, I guess maybe when the hotel's open, they're gonna be like,
yeah, they're gonna really cut down on it.
But maybe so the people that are staying there, I guess they'll be able to dress up and like walk around with everybody else, and then people who are in the park are gonna say, "Ooh, they must be staying at the hotel."
Yeah.
Yes, and they will have missions that they are completing.
Oh wow,
that is really cool.
well, that would be cool.
That would.
I'm not wearing a Jedi costume in August.
Maybe they'll give you a summer version.
Not unless they put that cool tubing throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
See, what I think would be really cool for Galaxy's Edge, for the people who aren't just there for the cute stuff, I want a Baby Yoda like animatronic that kind of just like sits there and just kind of makes noises sometimes.
Yes.
And people just stand around it praising him, you know? Like I feel like that would be a really good addition.
He is adorable.
Did you know that in the U.S. military, Jedi is a religion that is accepted?
Yep. I heard about that.
One year I was in charge of my husband's FRG, and one year we had Santa. A couple guys who declared they were a Jedi religion came in Jedi robes. They were kids were more impressed with the Jedis than with Santa.
No way.
Let's just say where I work, they I don't know if it was true that Jedi was accepted religion in where I work, and I was like, well, if that's the case, I'm gonna go down and I'll be a Jedi, and then I can write off every trip to Disney World as an homage.
There you go. Hey,
there you go.
I love it.
You got the brains for it.
Why not?
I love that.
I love it.
But I don't think it's true. I mean, I guess,
I mean, hardcore nerds, yeah.
I mean, I'm not the one. I've never dressed up to do like the release or
he's not a big like.
I'm not a cosplayer.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm a huge cosplayer, but that's more anime. and all that stuff. I have
And-
videos on it of that
That's
kind of
awesome,
thing.
Kenzie.
Nice, nice. Yeah.
Blue Nose says, fun fact, Ewan McGregor, young Obi-Wan, is the nephew of Dennis Lawson. Dennis plays Red 2 in A New Hope.
He plays. What is his name in the book series? It is.
Can't remember.
Wow, and he's the lead character in the X-Wing book series that I read.
It'll come to him later on.
It
Yeah.
definitely will come to me.
Pusta Studios was saying that they interviewed Michael Price at Lucas Ranch last year, as he is the main guy behind the Lego Star Wars series. That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
go. I want to go check that out.
I
Yeah.
love the Lego stuff.
I love the Lego Star Wars.
Yeah, I've never.
Dude, the Lego Star Wars, the video games for Lego Star Wars,
I'm
I could
having
play
a
that all day.
I know.
Dad and I were really big Lego PS3,
PS3.
yeah, that kind of stuff.
So now that we're talking about Legos, this is an adult conversation for Legos. Just
Yeah. We used to
Oh,
play
no.
the games all the time, and it was like our favorite. We also did the Harry Potter Lego games.
Okay.
I think we did DC, all that stuff. It's the best ones. Kenzie would like Dragon Con in Atlanta. I would love any type of con. I love going to conventions. I went to a convention over the summer and made a lot of friends over that stuff. I'll stop talking about anime now.
Yes, Pam fam, that would take cosplay to the next level. I mean,
Sure. Yes.
when you're not even going to see outside of your windows. But even as a Disney, not just a Star Wars fan, a Disney fan, I don't see myself going down to Star Wars hotel and saying this is all I want to do.
Yeah.
You're going to want to do everything else that's
Yeah.
that's involved with Disney World.
Yeah. Maybe
And it's
for
a minimum
days,
3 night stay.
3 days.
3
yeah.
days.
Maybe two days, 3 days at the most, right? Yeah.
I know.
Nina,
where
are
the-
you saying it was a 3-day?
Yeah.
Minimum for the
Minimum?
Star Wars.
Yeah,
Yeah,
minimum.
3-day minimum?
Yeah, it's a 3-day
for the
minimum.
Star Wars hotel. Mhm.
So do the math. That's
$9,000
$9,000.
$9,000.
minimum.
That is, I hear people.
And
That's not even.
it will
cruise
not
is even less
qualify
than
for
that.
military discounts, DVC discounts, or AP discounts.
so
There's no discounts.
I've heard people
Really?
say you can go on if you go on a Disney cruise. Sometimes for a family of 4 on a cruise during the summer, you're going to pay about almost 10 grand for that. So
But that's a family of 4.
Yeah.
yes,
What are they going to
For-
charge you for a family of 4 to stay at the Star Wars weekend hotel?
I hope it would be 3,000 a night, right? No more than that, would it?
But it's your DVC, right?
Yes.
Right. So have you ever looked at using your DVC for a cruise?
No, doesn't make
All right.
sense. to
It's
use
too many
It
DVC.
not a
doesn't
good
make
value.
sense because they charge you per person, not
Mhm.
your points per person, not points per room.
Wow.
Mhm.
So if they're going to give you $3,000 a night, I have a feeling that you're going to definitely see it where if they're looking at it as a cruise mentality, it's going to be more than just 3,000. If it's 3,000 for a family of 4, is it 3,000 for a family of 2?
Oh, that's a good question.
We would like to do a cruise at some point, but that's won't be for a while.
I highly recommend it.
Well, I think for me at the cruise, Jeff, is I'm waiting for her to graduate college. That way,
You don't have to take her.
That way she'll pay for her own ticket.
well, no, I think a lot of that is you got to look at what's just like the dining plan right now. We got the dining plan in August, and I felt that having the dining plan with a sit down meal with her, I didn't get the full package.
I'm a picky eater.
Not only is she a picky eater, now that the sit down plan comes with a free alcoholic or an alcoholic drink,
Can't drink that. I'm 17.
you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
She can get a specialty drink. Okay, the specialty drink's $5-6. My alcoholic drink was $16.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
Yep.
Well,
You better
Sam
give me
and-
a massage every 4 hours.
Sam and I are headed to Disney over New Year's. We get there the day after Christmas. And for us, 2 weeks at Pop Century in a standard room with the base ticket and the middle dining plan is about $6,500, not including flights. So for 2 weeks, we're paying about the price of 2 nights of what they're estimating for this new resort.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And to me, I'm looking for bang for the buck. I love all Disney. I love being in the parks. I like being everything. I couldn't justify spending that much money on a Star Wars hotel just to have the cosplay aspect.
Well, what if Baby Yoda's there?
And my mom will be
Tracy's G's going bankrupt.
What if
I
there's
don't have to take out college loans. I have to take out Disney loans.
You're gonna take out Baby Yoda loans.
No, I think it's going to be very immersive, though. I think you're going to have R2-D2. You're going to have C-3PO. You're going to have Chewbacca. You're going to have all those people.
Are you?
Not that offset.
Unless you get Baby Yoda in every room.
Justifies the price. I just think you're going to have.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Does it have to be associated with Batuu? That's another thing. Like, are they not going to have those characters because they're not?
Chewbacca's there.
Chewbacca's there, Rey's there. You have a few characters, but that's about it.
Right. I mean, a couple of questions. I mean, I haven't done any research as far as the hotel itself. I mean, are they having their own special entrance to Galaxy's Edge?
And you actually go in one place, and it actually rises you up through the hotel to go through different aspects of like checking in and the dining, and everything's on different levels of the hotel.
That's really interesting.
All right, Michelle. I'll see you later.
Bye, Michelle. And you don't have windows. In your room.
You're not going to see the outside.
Yeah, it's like space.
Right.
No.
So I mean, completely immersive. I love the idea. Believe me, if it was a little bit more pricey or a little bit more on the value side, in my opinion, and it's only my opinion, I don't think. I mean, look at how much with the DVC. They don't completely sell every point for the DVC hotel.
That's right.
So I don't think you're going to see a full sellout of, and if you do, it's not going to last long. There's not that many geeks in the world. There's a lot.
No.
There's not that many. I have that much money.
Right.
They're spending it all on collectibles.
Monarch Moments said that they were thinking it was $3,000 for the entire event, but it's not. It's $3,000 per night.
Per night, I heard. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's all per night.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there's a minimum and there's a maximum night that you can book. Is what I've heard. 1 week.
Oh my gosh.
But here's. Have you ever been to Hollywood Studios?
Thanks, Pusa, for stopping in.
Thanks, Pusa. Have you ever been to Hollywood Studios during Star Wars weekends?
No, and I really wish to. See, unfortunately for me, I live in the Northeast. So in the Northeast, all the schools go from
September
to June. So Star Wars weekends was always in May and the beginning of June. And then once they acquired Star Wars and they decided to do Galaxy's Edge, no longer Star Wars weekends.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
We were never able to do it.
Star Wars weekends was nuts down there. Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, but people didn't have to pay $3,000 to get in, though.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
But those people were buying lightsabers. They were buying all them. They were dressing up from head to toe in outfits.
Yeah, but that's
I agree. Those Star Wars weekends were selling out like hotcakes because I think you look at it is that was maybe 4 weekends throughout the year.
Yes.
And they brought in, not only did they bring in, special merchandise for the Star Wars weekend, they brought in actors, so you had a chance. It's almost like almost like a con. It was Star Wars Con, really,
basically,
in Disney.
Yeah.
They brought in actors. You could see all of those guys. You don't have that now. Now that you have Disney's Galaxy's Edge, I would love for them to still do some kind of Star Wars weekends because that way you have an option to go down there. You get to see characters. You get to see actors.
Yeah.
We did do a villains night a couple of years ago, and I think we waited in line to see the Emperor.
Yep, we saw
Darth Vader.
multiple people. I remember.
I thought that was cool.
We spent all of our time in the Star Wars area. We didn't see any of the other Disney villains, but
Emperor.
Yeah, we got a picture with the Emperor.
That's what I was gonna see if I could find the pictures on my mom's
Holy cow! I didn't even know that existed.
Pam says she just looked it up, and it's not per night. It is per the 2-day, 3-night experience.
Okay, so $3
They
grand.
That's a
changed
little
it then.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
maybe
because-
they did because it was too outrageous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
They,
no
they,
one
they,
was
they had to
gonna do
look
that.
at it and say maybe their original thought was $3 grand a night. We'll get it because people will pay for it.
And then people
Which
didn't.
is true.
Yeah.
Galaxy's Edge opens up to not what they expected.
And
Right.
that is very true, Tracy.
That's it. That has to be it.
Think
Because
that's it.
you're right. Galaxy's Edge is not filling up like they thought. So
They
they're
thought they were going to
No.
have people just blowing down the doors. I mean, you remember that they had the My Disney Experience app where they said you have to book your flight to get into Galaxy's Edge. Remember?
And
Yeah.
no
They
one
were-
had to do it really except for like a couple hours the first day.
Right. So, yeah, I think again, maybe you got to look at that whole immersive, the true immersive feel of what they gave. Didn't lean it to like people like my wife who have a passing understanding of Star Wars.
But aren't dedicated enough to actually comprehend and
Right.
experience everything.
Right.
We have friends that half of the family loves Star Wars, half of the family could care less about Star Wars.
right.
So would they be interested in doing something like that? Probably not, because
No.
that's a lot of money, a lot of bang.
lot
Yeah.
of money to spend for two people.
Two people,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
And where I can stay at a Pop Century or an All Star Music or any of the All Stars for way less than that.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah.
You
Well,
know,
like
our
I said,
last trip that we went down, we stayed in All Star Music because it was 104 a night.
Right.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
You know, we didn't have the points where there was nothing available on DVC for us, so we just decided to do that.
That's what happens with that DVC. That's my only complaint, but that's a whole other discussion, DVC. Oh my God. I could talk about that for days.
Let's say like when we're going down, me and her's going to do the 5K Star Wars race, which I hope that, I looked at last year, and last year they were running through Epcot for Star Wars. Hopefully this year they run through Galaxy's Edge.
Oh, do they?
I
Yay.
hope. No, I'm
hoping.
hoping.
We're
Oh,
not
I
sure.
see, I see.
With
Yeah.
Walcott going on, maybe.
maybe.
Yes, I
With
think you're
Wal-
right.
Maybe.
With Walcott going on, I think all of the races for the foreseeable future are going to be very, very different.
Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, it'll be my first run Disney event, and I looked at an all-star, I think all-star music for that week, which happens to be spring break up here,
Ooh.
and flights to and from Disney are not the price that I want, which I want a lot lower, and even an all-star music was $180 a night.
Wait, we're going during my spring break. Is that one of
The
them?
last couple days of spring break.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah,
when is that? Is that for your April trip?
Yeah, that's pretty much a Thursday. We're gonna try to get there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and drive home Sunday. Because if I can't get the flights on a decent
We have to
price,
drive.
we're gonna have to drive.
Oh, wow.
And that's
We've done it before.
Normally-
We've driven many years. We've been going since 2005.
I was 3.5 when we started.
Okay.
And we would go once a year, drive down, drive up, and we only started flying a few years ago.
Now, where are you guys?
We're just outside of Albany.
Oh, okay. All right.
So if you're looking at the map of New York State, which
Yeah.
we're in the Capital District. Albany's up here. We're just south of Albany.
So we're above New York City, and then we're below Albany.
Okay.
Yeah.
My husband grew up in Galveston,
Galveston.
New York.
Do we know that?
No, I don't know.
New
No.
York.
We'll have
It's
to-
right across the river from West Point.
All right, that's south of me.
Yep.
Yeah, no, New York is super huge. If it's like saying somebody that lives in Florida, say Mr. Gonzo, who lives in like Miami area. Oh, you just go to Disney whenever you want. Disney's a little bit farther than you think.
Right.
You know?
Okay, I found pictures from when we went and met the characters. This is me taking a picture with Darth Vader.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh,
I took
awesome.
a selfie with him. This is us meeting Boba Fett.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then, not sure. Oh, here's this one.
Wow.
Oh jeez.
Cool.
That Emperor's that's crazy.
That's
Yep,
really cool.
it was amazing.
Wow.
That was a villains event. That was
Villains Unleashed.
Villains Unleashed. That was a ticketed event,
They don't do it anymore.
which they haven't done in a while.
I heard that was kind of the precursor to
Hi, Tina.
the extra ones at Magic Kingdom, and that they really oversold that event. Too
Well,
many tickets.
The first Disney Villains event they did, there was no ticket. It was just come,
Oh.
Crazy.
which was super packed. And then they did the ticketed event, which was good. I mean, we got to see a lot of villains, a good stage show. And then
We stuck to the Star Wars area
Star
mainly.
Wars and
I mean, I saw the sisters from Cinderella, and that was about it.
Okay. Okay.
Hi, Tina.
Hello, Tina.
so are we like super off topic?
We are so off. We're such on a tangent. I don't even know where we even started.
We got
All
down.
right, let's get back. Mandalorian.
I mean, we're still on Star Wars.
Couple more questions. I don't know if we need
Okay.
to wrap it up. If you
Yeah.
guys do, just
No, I'm fine. I just,
you're good. I don't know if
We've been
somebody
going
else
for an hour and 11
is
minutes.
somebody
So
else going live now? Does anybody know?
No, the next one is me at in about 45 minutes.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Can
right.
I ask one more question?
Okay.
sure, go ahead.
Is that your question?
What I was trying to do with that stick shift knob.
He was trying to chew on it.
I think at
Yeah.
first he thought it was a candy or some kind of
He thought it was something to eat, and then
thought it was something to eat, and then he had a ball to play with.
Because he gave it to him at the end. He was like, in his mouth.
That's what babies do. They put
They
everything
put-
in their mouth.
He could choke.
Come on.
I feel like Baby Yoda
I-
knows not to choke on
Yes.
little pieces of metal.
Maybe there's not an advocacy group to make sure that the baby Yodas don't suck on little,
Little pieces.
Yeah. Do not give this to Baby Yoda.
It didn't come with a child label.
That was so adorable. I love the part when he looked at that ball. Like he looked at it and he thought about it, and that was it. Shut down that ship and
Exactly.
yeah.
I think a lot of it was he empathizes with
The abandonment.
the abandonment issue.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
His
Yep.
family was killed during the purge, and now he's looking. I think he's looking at Baby Yoda as a foundling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, agreed.
And could you imagine if the Mandalorian raises Baby Yoda to be a bounty hunter?
Oh.
Oh wow.
That would be crazy.
Wow. Mind blown.
He's using with his powers.
No.
Could you imagine the bounties that Baby Yoda can bring in?
Right?
All you have to do is think. I mean, he uses the Force. Come here.
And, like, the fact that he's so tiny and yet he's able to produce at least that much amount of the Force is crazy.
Yeah.
I
I
agree.
agree.
I think I hear someone cutting their grass.
They are. There's no grass to cut. It's all dead.
Really?
Our grass is all dead too, but we still need to do one winter pass over it before the end of the.
I ran my lawnmower out of gas. I siphoned out the rest that I can and ran it so it died. So that way, when I packed it away, and next year I don't have everything gummed up in it.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
think that's what you did already too. Didn't you run it out already?
Well, hopefully Zach did that, but I'll have to check it. When
Yeah,
he's there,
yeah.
so. Can't rely on that.
You have kids that do chores?
Ow!
Ow!
Let me tell you.
It takes a lot of
It
I'm
takes
joking. I joke. I kid.
On the official merch, Baby Yoda is called the Child.
Really?
I'm not surprised. I don't feel like Disney would openly call it Baby Yoda because
Oh,
that would be.
Who cares? It's Baby Yoda.
There's nothing much for us to call him other than that.
Well, you got to look. Maybe. I mean, it looks like Yoda, other than his eyes.
His eyes are a little different.
Debbie Disney Holic, does that mean the official merch is out already, or we're gonna start seeing it? Because I've been looking for it.
Is it on Shop Disney?
Yes, Blue Nose.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Noah, for posting our channels. I'm sorry, I completely infiltrated the stream. I was not smart.
Good.
I feel so bad.
He's a bit of a nerd too.
That's all right. You're allowed. You're allowed. You guys are a team, right?
Sure.
I guess, yeah.
Thing, yes. The merchandise.
Disney says it's out.
I'm gonna go grab some water. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna have to look up some of this merchandise.
Well, even if it is out, I highly doubt it'll be on shopdisney.com because they're gonna want you to get to the park.
Yeah.
Why? Why would they not want you? I mean, have you when you're gonna be down there, right, Jeff?
We're going Thursday. We're leaving Thanksgiving Day. Yep.
So you're gonna get down there, and you know, like you got the Shop Disney app, and you go to and you hit the barcode, and it'll say in-store purchase only.
Yep.
Oh, Noah just said, I've already seen Baby Yoda merch at Hollywood Studios from WDW News Today.
Really?
I'll have to check that out.
Road trip.
I just saw an article that says Disney is about to blanket the earth in Baby Yoda merchandise.
Well, think about it. I mean, that's huge. Just that Baby Yoda. You know how much money they're gonna make off of that merch?
Baby Yoda merchandise will be available for the holidays.
Exactly. Whoever, John Favreau, if he fabricated this Baby Yoda or whoever did, is a genius.
Oh, definitely.
And they kept it super quiet.
Yeah.
Come on, if he comes in a Tickle Me Yoda.
Oh my gosh! They would
You want to
sell
talk
out.
about? You remember Tickle Me Elmo and how bad that was? Could you imagine
Tickle Me Yoda, yeah.
just a Yoda in that kind of aspect? It'd be.
It would be for the adults, not necessarily for kids.
Yeah, totally.
Do you
I
think
would get
just kids bought
everything.
Tickle Me Yoda? I mean, Tickle Me Elmo.
I think if they have a Baby Yoda Funko Pop, Monarch Moments will be the first ones to even know where that is or have that because they have all the.
Well, shoot her a message because she'll definitely want at least two of them.
I'm a huge Funko Pop nerd. I have a friend who has a bigger collection than I do, with a variety of different. Like she has like full collections. I have very small. Like I'll have a few from this TV show, a few from that show. I think my biggest collection is The Walking Dead, but I have a lot of. Oh, that's so cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, you know why we have this? Monarch Moments.
Monarch Moments.
That's awesome.
Funko Pops.
Yeah, I definitely.
Did you get the new? Did you get the Skyliner one?
Yes.
Yes. That was on Shop Disney.
My wife definitely ordered it.
Yes.
We got it.
Which one?
The
Skyliner.
Skyliner. The
I think.
Mickey
Did she order?
I
Skyliner.
don't know.
We don't have it,
Two
so I don't
Funko
know.
Pop, and that is simply because I won them from Amy the first time I joined one of her live streams, and they are Haunted Mansion. I have the Groundskeeper and Madame Leota.
Nice. Nice.
We have a few. Oh, they're not up there anymore. We used to have a few up in this cabinet area, but I think my favorite Funko Pops that I have are my Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm a huge Beauty and the Beast dork, so.
Yeah.
So Jeff, have you ridden the Skyliner yet?
Thursday. Well,
No,
this will be
he
my
has
first
not.
time.
He has
You
not.
know, Tracy, because she's been going down.
Yeah, she goes without you.
Yeah, she's been going like she went that whole
So
three
wait,
times.
let me say something real quick before it pops
See how
up.
she doesn't
No,
let me
no,
defend.
just stop. Pam is saying, let us know prices and we will pay someone to shop. There you go. So if I'm down there and I see stuff, you all let me know what you want and I'll pick it up for everyone and I'll mail them out. How's that sound? You'll pay me to shop. We'll just talk about it. Yeah. So
Baluna says, I just read Baby Yoda merch is sold out for now on Amazon.
Oh my gosh.
Surprise.
So I looked this morning for Baby Yoda. I typed it in and nothing came up. So maybe there's some stuff on there. Oh my
Go to
goodness.
eBay.
Or eBay will definitely have things.
If they're buying it up, you'll find it on eBay for a lot higher of a price.
Oh goodness.
See, when you look up Baby Yoda, you get costumes of Yoda for babies.
Yeah, so what about if you look up the child?
The
Somebody-
Mandalorian.
The child, but you have to look at Mandalorian. Okay, here we go.
Child.
Ah, yes.
What?
I'm seeing t-shirts.
Oh.
Lots of shirts. But they look like a lot of
Like somebody's making them.
yeah, definitely.
Oh,
With just a picture of them on it, that's definitely not Disney provided.
Not necessarily. Disney is outsourcing a lot of their T-shirts to third parties now.
Oh,
Really?
Really?
Wow.
Yep, because
Can't you do that like with a Cricut? Can't you get like something and make like a silk screen and put it on the shirt like a photo? So that's what people are doing. They're getting the photo of baby Yoda, and then
They're putting it on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just don't know how they get away with putting it on Amazon and shit and selling it.
I know.
eBay, I could say.
Yeah. That's crazy.
He's lying to you.
Yes. Abby thought there was someone here to see her.
That's because Zach came upstairs.
No.
Zach came downstairs because there's someone here to see
No,
you.
there's no one here to
There's nobody
see
here
you.
to see you.
So go ahead back.
Close the door.
So getting back to the Skyliner,
What's that?
getting back to the Skyliner, Jeff, you'll love it. We weren't staying in any hotel near the Skyliner. So when we went to Epcot, we just went out to the International Gateway, took it all the way out to Pop Century and back to Epcot, and then started back on Food and Wine.
Yeah. I can't
I'm
wait.
I'm not seeing anything for the Child Mandalorian on eBay.
Target,
Surprised.
Macy's, Shop Disney, and Amazon is what Debbie says.
All right.
So,
Yeah, we'll have to keep a lookout for it. We'll definitely, like I said, we're going down there on Thursday. What we'll do, I have an idea. Here's what we'll do. We'll get some video of what we find and we'll put it on YouTube, and then you guys just comment or whatever. Seriously.
live stream.
Live stream. Okay, we'll try to do that. And you guys let us know. Well, you'll have to put comments what everybody's looking for, and we'll just pick up stuff and mail it out to people. Because I think that's
Merry Christmas.
Be a good Christmas time.
yeah.
Wearing my Christmas spirit jersey.
Is that your
Yeah.
spirit jersey?
Did Abby
What's
get
the
that?
back look like, Kenzie?
No, not.
So are we making this a regular Sunday thing? Other
I'd
than
love
next
to.
Sunday?
The problem is next Sunday we won't be here, but
Yeah.
maybe one of
Ooh.
you guys can host it.
Yeah.
Can we jump on from?
Yeah, listen, there's no way. There's no way you want to give up your Disney time. I wouldn't want to give up my Disney time.
Oh, I don't. It doesn't matter. I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Jeff? Maybe we'll talk about it and see.
Yeah. Me
Yeah,
personally, I haven't hosted anything, so I'm not even sure how to do it.
We could do every other week. If we skip next week, we would do the first. The 15th is Sam's birthday, so I don't know kind of what the plan is with my family on that yet. And then after that, if we skipped again, it would be the 29th, and I will be at Disney. So
Okay.
I don't know how often I'd be able to hop on. I work.
well, anytime you are welcome.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
My job bases on availability. I say that I'm available on Sunday, and whether or not they give me hours that day is up to them. So
Okay.
I didn't get anything on today, so that's why I'm able to be here.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
It's great having you.
Glad that you
So,
were.
so we're saying we want to skip next week then and maybe pick up the next Sunday. Is that what
On
we
the
want?
8th?
The first.
On the 8th,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
This next Sunday
The
is
ne-
the first.
The next Sunday is the
It-
1st.
It would be
Somebody's-
it'd be the 8th and the 22nd.
Yeah,
That would-
Okay.
That would work.
yeah, because you're in Disney,
Mhm.
and then
I'm
you'll be in Disney at the end, Lena. And
I would skip the 5th because I will be still in Disney.
wow,
I'm gonna pretend that I'm not
there
jealous.
could be a chance that I'd be on the road back from Disney. No,
Oh,
I was about to be like, what are you talking about?
'Cause remember,
Kenzie's going,
I'm
all right, when are we
I'm
going?
always joking. I take off on a Friday, drive all the way down, and have like a pretzel, get some merch, and then drive back. But you know, it's way too long of a drive.
Way too much gas money for that.
No, but it's just a long trip. It's
Yeah.
about 19 hours if I do it straight.
wow. Do you drive straight through?
Well, when we used to go down and we drove, we would leave if we left in the morning around 4:30, we'd get to like say St. Augustine and
Uh-huh.
spend the night there, and then take off from St. Augustine the rest of the way the next day.
Wow.
Or if we drove down the night before, we'd leave at like 4:30, 5 o'clock, drive down about Fredericksburg, Virginia, and then drive the rest of the way the next day and stay just outside of Orlando, or
Okay.
not outside of Disney, and say like the Wyndham Hotel for like $110 a night or something like that,
Okay.
and go to and then, but then, flying is so much better.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Deb
3 hours.
she could be there in 2 hours. Wow, that's nice.
Blue Nose says that he typed the Mandalorian merchandise and Baby Yoda was up first. Blue Nose, what store?
Yeah. Where are you looking?
Yeah.
The first time we went, we drove straight through. Sam went to work at 5 o'clock in the morning and got off at 11, and we drove the straight 26.5 hours. And the only times we stopped were to get gas, and we got food and went to the bathroom at the same time.
Wow.
And I
We
slept
drove-
the majority of the way.
We drove through the night before, and let's just say that 6 o'clock in the morning I was spent.
Yeah.
So, and personally, you can control what you see during the daylight. You're going on those
Can't control the
interstates.
nighttime.
Those night times, if there's somebody on the wrong way on the north way, or if there's
You're not
somebody
gonna-
the wrong way on any of those interstates, you're
Yeah.
not going to see it until they're on top of you.
Right, you're right.
It's not worth
I feel like driving would be a little bit easier now with
3
me
drivers.
being able to drive, that I have my license. I've had it for about a year now, so
Yeah.
I would be able to help, but it's just easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
We can be there in 2 hours too.
Yeah, on a plane.
On a plane.
Yeah. 3. Okay.
Because you guys down in like the west side of PA, right?
Right. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, Pittsburgh area. So, okay. All right. So we'll skip next week, and then Lena, do you want to host it the next time since you're more
Sure.
familiar with it? Okay.
Yeah, Tracy, just message me on Instagram your email address so I can send you the link.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll take.
Totally ignored this chat for a while.
I know.
Well,
We've been kind of watching it.
yeah.
But yeah,
It's a lot harder than I thought.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It is hard. Now, how are we going to go for a week without talking about it? I guess we're just going to have to go for a week without talking about it, huh?
Yeah.
What's worse is watching everybody else's stream and then typing about it and talking to each other on the chat from it.
We'll be 2 episodes behind. Because we'll have this Friday and next Friday.
I know. That's what I mean. I'm like,
So much to talk about.
how are we
As
gonna,
long as we, I mean, for me, maybe I got off on a tangent a lot, only for the fact that this is the first time I've ever been, seen.
You did a great job.
No.
Tracy, you
guys
guys,
did a
you did a
great
great job.
job.
Yay.
Awesome.
I've only done the live streaming a few times. I've done it like sitting down once or twice, and I did it twice in the parks, but I'm still very not used to it.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll be more on target next time.
No, I
No,
think
you
it's
were-
no, you did great.
You did great.
Tangents are okay every once in a while, as long as you get back.
Yeah.
No, that's what happens. You get talking about things and you
Yeah.
go off on tangents, and that's
Yeah.
the fun of a live
Yeah.
stream, right?
It is. Definitely.
So yeah, I mean, what's it like 5:30? I haven't eaten yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll end it now
Yeah,
and
we're gonna
let everybody get, and then
and
Lena
I go live in a half an hour.
will be on in a half an hour.
So
Okay.
go check out Papers.
Yes,
Yep.
absolutely.
So my.
It's going to be fun. We are doing a Christmas a Christmas song bracket. And it was inspired by Mouse Talk.
Uh-huh.
And
So how
Sam,
many times do you
he has
have
not
to-
live. Huh?
How many times do you have the little drummer boy on?
None.
I know what you're
Because
talking about, Tracy.
Sam's, so that was Sam's first time being in one of the chats, and he's like, "How many times are they gonna do Lover Drummer Boy?" And literally, he sat and did all of this, wrote down all the songs, and it's from Target like 5 years ago. It is it's a metal advent calendar, and it comes apart, and it has numbers on it. And I'm just going to put numbers 1 through 16 in the bag, and that's how I'm going to pick the bracket. It's going to be number 2, maybe number 2 versus number 16. And that's the songs it'll be. So it'll be very random.
Awesome.
And the categories are croonies and traditionals, Christmas cartoons, gospel/Christian, and the oldies.
Awesome.
That
I'll
sounds
definitely watch.
Definitely, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, and Pam, I totally, that would be something interesting. Tangents with Tracy.
There you go. Start your own live stream. Woo!
Yeah, okay. You know, it's really tough. You know, because there's a lot of streamers out there, and it's tough not to step on somebody's toes. You don't want to step on anybody's toes.
Like, I want to try and get a time where I can consistently go live and talk about stuff, but I'm afraid that I'm going to end up going on top of someone else's stream and going into that.
Don't worry about that.
I mean,
go ahead.
Go ahead, Lena. Go ahead, what you're going to say.
There's so many people out there, and a lot of people have started not to like some of the streams that have so many people in there because they feel they're not being heard.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's understandable, because like when I'm watching Resort TV 1, I throw in, "Hi, how you doing?" If a couple people say hi, and then I just back out and watch it.
Yeah,
it's easier to do that.
And I have been consistently streaming at 5 p.m. Central for I think a month now, maybe 2 months. And I can't tell you how many times all of a sudden Resort TV 1's got a last minute live stream, and I'm going, well, there went my chat.
But you know what? No, look at it this way. I don't think we have to worry about the big channels like stepping on them, and even us. Like sometimes if we're at Disney and we have an opportunity to go live because we don't go that much, we think about it. But if Resort TV 1's going at the same time, I'm not taking away from them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they lose 6 people, they'll be fine. They got
They'll never notice.
They're not going to notice.
Yeah.
They won't notice at all.
Yeah.
So we can't worry too much about the big channels for sure.
No.
You know?
No.
Yeah. The only other thing is you know, the reason why we all kind of got together is because of Resort TV 1.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
usually
We're thankful for them.
So.
For sure. Yeah. So maybe a lot of people are watching them, but like I said, if they want to just come hang out, they can pop over here, if they want to.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. So thank you very much for inviting me. I did have a great time.
Thank you. It was great talking to you
If you guys want to stay on for a second, right?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I can do that.
I just want to say
thank you guys in the chat. I appreciate being here.
Yep.
Yes,
definitely.
Thank you all for being here. And make sure you check out Paper Scissors Vacations on right after this, and make sure you check out Tracy and Kenzie's channels as well, and
make sure to check out theliveplace.com for more family-friendly content.
Right.
Yes, good answer.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's where you could see everything and kind of get an idea. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate everybody for being here. So have a great Sunday night, and have a great, well, I guess weekend's over now.
Yeah.
So,
all right. We'll talk to everyone soon.
Yeah. All right, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Talk to you about.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.